with the educated opinion on topics of all varieties. Yo, it's your boy Bubba, and you are listening to Bubba's Banter. Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your motherfucking boy. I ain't gotta say no names, right? But I am anyways. It's your boy Bubba, and you are listening to Bubba's Banter. First off, let me tell y'all, I am not excited right now to even do this show because my back is hurting. I pulled a muscle doing some Romanian deadlifts, and so like my back is just jammed up right now. I'm fine. It's not a major like, you know, bad thing. Just right now I have some pain going on my back, so I'm like postured up in a chair. I'm not trying to move too much and like be like all animated, because when I be doing this like say no name, all that shit, those vocals, like I be moving my body and gyrating and shit. I mean, man, I had so many fucking distractions trying to record this show too today, so I'm just like, okay, let me turn it to one take Bubba, because I gotta get this done, because I know y'all ready to hear me banter on these questions tonight. So yes, today is the Bubba's Banter questionnaire show. I posted up a questionnaire on I want to say before the last episode dropped. I posted up a questionnaire, and I got about 20, I got about 30 questions. So I got like 15 per page, my personal and the podcast page. And I was like, okay, let's cut these in half. So I did 15, and then it went from 15 to 10, and then it went to 5. Because I was just like, I can't do all this. Like, and I'm so sorry if I didn't get to your question. Maybe next time. But yeah, today I was just like, let me just do 5. The 5 that I feel like I can talk about the most on this show. But before we start the show, y'all already know, please go follow my podcast pages. Bubba's Banter Podcast, which is Instagram and TikTok. Sorry, I was trying to burp at the same time, and so it sounded like a big ass, like I was about to lose my. Go follow my pages. Go follow my pages. That's what I sounded like for a second. Go follow my podcast pages, which is Bubba's Banter Podcast on Instagram and TikTok. Go follow the TikTok one the most right now, because oh my god, dude, you need to have 1,000 followers in order to put your link in the bio on TikTok. And I've been trying to like separate my TikTok pages and Instagram pages, or like my social media, like personal pages, because sometimes I don't want to post and promote podcasts and stuff on there all the time. I like to, but I also like to just have my own personal page. But I am getting overwhelmed with social media too. I will say that. I gotta tell you that they drop one more goddamn social media and it's a wrap for me. But other than that, y'all, go follow my Facebook page, which is Bubba's Banter. Go like and follow, please. I like that the most. I get the most engagement on there, so please go follow that. Y'all be having me turned up on there, so go do that for your boy. And y'all already know what I'm about to say, baby. Sorry, I had to get a little animated at this point. Y'all already know what I'm about to say, right? Hey, go get these underwear. They were designed with the big boy in mind. Yes, go get these bearskin underwear, y'all. I'm telling you, they just dropped the grape bear tooth edition. Go get you some. They are bomb. I love them. I love the colorway. I was about to say barefoot, and I had to catch myself, because I don't know why I always want to say barefoot. Like, maybe I need to tell them, like, y'all should come out with a print that just has nothing but bare feet on it, like bare paws or something like that. Because I don't think they have anything like that. When I look at my underwear, I'm looking at my underwear drawer right now, and I don't see no bear print, no bear paws print. I just see a whole bunch of bears on some of the prints. But anyways, maybe I should tell them that. But anyways, if you use my promo code Bubba, you will get 15% off in your checkout. Okay, so go get these underwear. They are very, very, very good, and I'm telling you, you will enjoy yourself by having these. They're so comfortable to have. I got a pair on right now, so yep. So yeah, solo dolo tonight. Y'all ready for this? These. I got about 5 questions I'm gonna answer. And I'm just excited to do this with you guys. I love doing my solo dolo shows though. Like, I think the thing about solo dolo shows is just that I don't have, like, it's not a shared space. Like, I literally could just say what the fuck I want to say and not necessarily worry about dealing with someone else's opinion or someone else's response to what I got to say. Like, I said what I said. listen, Nene Leaks, baby. I said what I said. Okay. That's the best part about having a solo dolo, is that I said what I said and I don't have to like revert back to what someone said to me. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about solo dolos. Also, I don't have to book, like I'm on episode 20 something, and I'm just like, booking gets so hard at times because you have to deal with having someone else's like schedule to deal with. Like this just it's a lot of work, y'all. It's a lot of work. So but I want to say again, thank you guys for liking, sharing, subscribing, and vibing out with me, and allowing me to just banter with y'all and have fun with y'all, and allowing me to be myself and say what the fuck I feel. And I ain't got sued yet by anybody, so or got in trouble just yet, anything like that. So that's a good thing, right? That's a good thing. All right. So first question of the night, which is, do you believe gay men are misogynistic? Yes. What did you think I was going to say, girl? And me saying girl, yes, this is a woman who asked the question, because I got the names taped down to who asked the question, just because I kind of want to make these personal tonight. If you will, or is that a wrong thing to do? I don't care. I do believe that gay men are misogynistic, but at the same time, I feel like this question is problematic. Like, I feel like maybe you could have worded it different, just because I feel that all people are misogynistic. Yes, even women can be misogynistic. I think gay men can. There's a lot of gay individuals out there who live in misogyny. And am I saying misogyny right? I hope I am. Y'all correct me though once I hear it. But I do believe that there are so many gay individuals who live in misogyny. I don't think that just gay men in general. Now, if you said, why do you think gay men can be misogynistic? Then, I can talk about that. And so since I asked that, I'm going to talk about it in that way. I think the reason why gay men tend to be misogynistic is because a lot of gay individuals have a disdain for women, and it's based on what they've experienced with women, regardless if that's in a relationship, sibling, environment, whatever their experience is rooted in something. They have a disdainment for women, and I see it so often. Like, there are some gay men who are just so mean to women. They're so mean to women. And yes, there are some gay men who are just very, 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 very catty. Like, how because I believe women tend to be very catty towards each other. And I feel like when you have that catty gay boy, like, catty gay boys tend to be very catty with women. Like, it's kind of weird. But like, there's some gay men out there who, and don't get me wrong, like, of course, like, I feel like gay men and women, tend to be besties a lot. Like, I feel like every black woman has a gay bestie. Every black gay woman, or not black gay woman, but every gay woman has a gay bestie. You can't tell me that's not true. Like, a majority has a gay bestie, but I think that a lot of gay men tend to be, there's just this disdainment there. And it's not, oh, they want to be women or this, that. I just think that it's just, there's certain things that they're triggered by that they have yet to talk about or to deal with. And that's the reason why they act a certain way towards women. Because even like when the lesbians come into the bar, I get it. It's our space. And so you're being territorial. But like, girl, she gay too. She don't want you. She not going to get none of the dick in here that you want. She just here to have fun and have a drink. The same thing with, the gay dude who brings his straight bestie in. She don't want y'all. She coming here to have a drink and live in the experience and see what's going on. She's not there to take some dick home. You got that, girl. That's all you. That's all you, girl. You ain't got to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? So I get that part too. But I also, again, just harp into, the reasons why. And I mean, let's dig a little deeper. Personally, I feel like there's a lot of women out there who have like this damsel in distress type of thing when it comes to situations. So let's say, like, for instance, let's say I call this girl, oh, you old fat black bitch, or you fat bitch, or you ugly bitch, or like going in on her, right? And she come for me because she came for me after the fact, because okay, let me say it the right way, because I feel like now I'm like going to confuse y'all. Damsel in distress means like, it's like this fake, like, oh my God, I'm hurt. I'm a woman. I can talk to you that way, but you can't talk to me that way because I'm a woman. I feel like a lot of women do that. A lot of women do that. You know what I'm saying? None of these bitches, and when I say bitches, I'm not talking about like just calling all women bitches. I'm just saying that there are some bitches out there that are very diva-ish, very problematic-ish. You know what I'm saying? They're very problematic in how they deal with people. And then when the motherfucking heat come in that kitchen, they can't stand it and they want to, oh, I'm a woman, you shouldn't talk to a woman that way. No, bitch, you come at me, I'm gonna come at you. So I think that a lot of times gay men deal with that damsel in distress when it comes to women. Also, I feel like a lot of women, this question here for facts, do you think gay men are misogynistic? Yes, just like I think that some women are homophobic. Do you know how many gay men have experienced having a friend who we thought was a friend, who's a female who we thought was an ally, but the whole time she was talking shit about us and only using us for a service, and that's like, I can really dig deep, and a lot of gay men have experienced that. Like, I remember, speaking of, like, I want to talk about Funky Dineva a little bit. So, like, I was watching a video from Funky Dineva a couple weeks ago, and he was talking about how, when the whole shit happened with Justin Mess and the girl Rose, whatever, right? And he was, going back and forth about that shit. So my thing was, he made a video, and he was talking about, how there's this rhetoric going around that a lot of women have been using, like, oh, we created space for y'all. We created space for y'all, and this is how y'all gonna treat us. We created space for y'all to be in, and y'all just trying to take over. What space have you and I had to really echo Funky Daca. What the fuck am I talking about? I had to echo Funky Dineva's sentiments, because what space have y'all created for us? That's not a shared space. That has always been a shared space for gay boys and women. And the salon has always been a shared space for gay boys and women. Has always been. Like, don't tell me that y'all sit up here and act like there isn't any gay innovators when it comes to makeup or hair or the way you dress. Like, behind every fucking celebrity's wardrobe is a gay man somewhere. Some of the shit that y'all wear, Gucci, Chanel, or whatever it is, a lot of y'all don't realize or take into consideration that there has been gay inspiration all around you. So when you say share, we created space for y'all, the space has always been there. So don't act like, and that's one of the things that irritates me. Like, it's a monetary gain. Okay? Like, we work for you. We work for y'all. A lot of y'all don't really like that's the thing that kind of like frustrates me with some women, where they be so in their own bubbles, in their own environment. And not even just some women. So let me take that back, because I know how the girls like to tussle. I mean, just anybody and everybody be in their own environments, in their own worlds, and not realize that the world is bigger out there, and that everything does involve around just you. And I think I'm so tired of these oppression Olympics that kind of like frustrates me sometimes, because we have to see people who love to talk about, oh, well, you a man first, before you're gay and this and this and that. And it's like, yes, you are technically right. I am a man first. Most people see me as a man first, but sometimes some gay men, they see a effeminate gay black man. They see it all at the same time. So it's just like, I feel that I'm trying to like stay on topic of what's happening here, but it's frustrating me because I feel like there's no solution to this. And I feel like it's just people who want to argue. There's nobody who wants to like sit back and be like, you know what? None of that shit really matters to me, because you my brother. You my gay brother, and I wanted to support you. But I'm going to check you when I feel like you're being disrespectful. I'm going to check you when you out of pocket. I'm going to check you when you harming yourself. I'm going to check you when you doing things that I know is beneath you. You know what I'm saying? Like, things of that sort, like, and I guess that's on an individual level, but I feel like if we have more people on an individual level doing that with each other, then we can actually get somewhere in these conversations. And I feel that sometimes, like I said earlier about how the lesbians come into the gay spaces and shit like that, and how gay people be so territorial. I understand that's why women can be somewhat territorial, but what they don't understand is that in their space, they've already had that influence of male who doing the hair, that's doing the makeup, that's doing these things, and he's not necessarily trying to be better than a woman. You know what I'm saying? It's just that these things are not like, I was having a weird argument with the female a couple of weeks ago about doing hair and makeup and how it's not something that is inherited. Like, you don't, just because you're a woman doesn't mean that you know how to do hair and makeup. You just don't. It's not natural for you to do that because it's a skill that's built. Like, yeah, it comes natural to some folks, but for some folks it's not going to come natural. It's just like there's some people who know how to shake ass and some people don't. They have a big ass booty but do not know how to shake it around. But there's someone who got a little booty but know how to shake that ass nice. You feel me? Like, it's just like all like majority. Okay, so statistics will say that majority of Asians are good at math, but we know for a fact that all Asians are not good at math. Like, we know this for a fact, and so it's offensive to go up to an Asian and say, hey, what's this math problem? And they may not know it. Like, it's weird. So, like, I think that's the thing when it comes to, like, you know, these things that you get mad about that you don't like. There's a lot of it, to me, in these situations it's rooted in, you know, jealousy. A lot of things are rooted in jealousy and envy, that a lot of, you know, situations that happen. And that's just my opinion about it. I mean, I can go on and on and on about this topic, but at the same time, I'm just not going to, because I know I'm going to get myself in some trouble. I know some people are going to listen to this and be like, fuck him, fuck Bubba's banter, unsubscribe because he does not like females. Like, I'm so tired of that shit. I'm so tired of it. Like, it's just like, okay, I want to go back to Q right quick. So Funky Dineva, and this is going to be the last thing I talk about. So Funky Dineva, you know, just got his ass ate up online a couple weeks ago for what he did with Chloe Bailey, right? And I'm not gonna get too deep into that because I'm over it at this point. But the girls up here trying to act like Funky Dineva do not support women or black women, or that he don't go in on white women. Now, let me say this first. Funky Dineva has built his career off of pretty much, you know, his character, Funky Dineva, who is a woman, right? He's built his career off that. And, like, to me, Funky Dineva does not just support black women. He loves black women. I feel like a majority of his friends are black women. I feel that, like, he got, like, it's weird to me that y'all calling him anti-black. Like, I know some of y'all say, oh, just because somebody does all these things doesn't mean that they aren't anti-black. But, like, how can you say that he's anti-black when, like, he supports nothing but black? Like, he literally supports nothing but black women. He's put so many black women on just through his platform. He does, like, bro, what are you talking about? He supports so many black women. Like, he's always amplifying black women, black businesses, black voices. He's like, how can you say that Funky Dineva is anti-black? It's weird to me. I'm sorry. Like, to say that he's anti-black because of what he did, it just don't sit right with me. And I just feel like at this point, we be throwing words out there just to be throwing words out there to have an argument about something. And, like, it's just weird to me how y'all are saying that he's anti-black or that he's anti-woman. That too. Like, it's just so weird. Like, I'm seeing all these relationships of women that are black that he has, and all the women that he supports. It's just so weird to me. Like, and yeah, I'm a Funky Dineva fan, and also I'm a TGIF fan, so that's not changing. So y'all go ahead and eat me up in the comments if y'all want to. But whatever. Next question. Okay, next question. Who is your favorite artist of all time? Okay, no, that's my favorite singer. Brandy's my favorite singer of all time. Yes, Brandy, the vocal Bible. Y'all want to argue? We can save that for another time, okay? My favorite artist of all time be Michael Jackson. I have to say Michael Jackson. And the 5 reasons, okay, I'm going to give y'all 5 reasons. The first reason is that Michael Jackson is considered one of the best dancers, and he doesn't even dance, like, hard as some people would. And the reason why he is one of the best dancers is because energy. Michael Jackson pushes out so much energy as just a dancer himself. And I think that's one of the things that doesn't get noticed a lot for him, is that Michael Jackson really, he's a mediocre dancer. Like, I mean, he can do what, moonwalk, he can pop a little bit, got some nice little isolations and shit, but, like, as far as dancing goes, like, it's his energy that he puts out as a dancer that makes him probably a great performer. Oh, there we go. Number 2, great performer. Michael Jackson's one of the best performers. I was watching some of his old footage from back in like the early 90s, his tours. And Michael Jackson tours, I wish I was old enough to go to a tour back in the day. And those people spent a lot of money without seeing him on a Jumbotron, which is kind of fucked up because some of those stadiums are just like packed full. And like, I would hate to be all the way back there and not be able to see Michael Jackson. That would piss me off. That would piss me off, bitch, going to one of those concerts and I can't even see Michael Jackson because there's no Jumbotron until it got a little more like, as years went on, we started getting Jumbotrons and, you know, at certain stadiums, you know what I'm saying? And so I guess now people don't mind spending like the $300 because they can see him on the Jumbotron. But like me, I like, when I go to a concert, I want to be able to see the person up and close. So if I got to pay $300 or $400 to see them, I'll go ahead and do that. That's worth my money, especially it was one of my favorite artists. Like, I saw Kendrick very, very close this time around. Like, I paid like $2 something to see Kendrick very, very close. But the next time I see Kendrick, I'm going to spend at least $400. I want to see him up and close in person. That's just my personal opinion. And I'll do it by myself if I got to. Because I'm going to see him one more time. What else? Number 3, I would say Michael Jackson is probably one of the hardest working people in the entertainment game. He's one of the hardest working people in the entertainment game. You cannot tell me that he's not. You can't tell me that he's not. And the dude, from going to the studio sessions to going to dance rehearsals before the concert, like, Michael Jackson work ethic was just unmatched to me. Like, he was always working, it seemed like come on, they always working, bro. Number 4, I would say, is his hits. Michael Jackson has some hits. Like, my favorite Michael Jackson song is Remember the Time. It's something about that song, like, besides it being blackety black and like just like the music video being amazing, amazeballs. I think Michael Jackson's video was just, that song was just great. But my other favorite songs are Dirty Diana, Human Nature, what's the one song where he's dancing in the street with the girl? The Way You Make Me Feel, Speed Demon. I love Speed Demon. Oh my God, I love Speed Demon. Speed Demon. Yeah, I love Speed Demon. I love Michael Jackson. A lot of his music is just like great. Like, I'm so happy that I was alive to witness Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to hear his music in real time, you know, like while he was alive. Like, I feel like that's just something big and I feel grateful for it. And number 5, he was a humanitarian at best. Like, regardless of what I want to say about him being a pedophile and all this extra shit, like, Michael Jackson really did a lot for people. He always gave to charities. He always gave money. He always is looking out for people. He had a big heart. And I feel like he just got demonized over time. Like, I feel like that with most entertainers who have the biggest hearts and that are like the greatest people, they always get demonized after a while. So, yeah, that's that. I think Michael Jackson is the best fucking artist of all time. I think he's the greatest, and like, RIP to him. I'm so happy I got to witness him in real time. Never got to meet him, but man, I would love to have been at a stadium to see him, because that's dope as fuck. All right, next question. Preferences. Do you hate it when people clown you for, or find it weird for you to have a preference in body size? Yes, I actually do. I think it's so weird to me when people always say to me, "Oh my God, how do you like that big dude? How do you like this?" I just love fuller size men. Like a man that has a nice ass, nice body. Like, you can have a nice ass but be too skinny for me. Like, nice ass but too skinny. But the fact that you got a nice ass and you got a nice stomach and you got a nice chest and you got nice arms and you just proportionate feeling, like, it's great. Like, I love a bigger man. I cannot. I'm sorry. And that's nothing against like skinny men. This is just my preference. I love bigger guys, and I've always loved bigger guys since I was a younger man. You know what I'm saying? Again, I tell y'all this story all the time. I'll tell y'all again right now. I used to have a crush on one of my next door neighbors. My next door neighbor's dad, right? And I used to go over there and help him out on his truck. I used to feed the dog for him. I used to mow his lawn. I had a big ass crush on him for the longest time. I had the biggest crush on him. And, like, I know that's a lot where my daddy issues come from, but like I always, like when I was younger, used to have wet dreams about him, like doing nasty ass things to him because, you know, I was a real young cat. Like I'm older and shit, and I probably still would take him down if I saw him somewhere because now I'm a grown ass man. Like, give me that dick, dad. Like, let me stop, bro. Let me stop. But no, that's just really what it is. And at the end of the day, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, at the end of the day, you like what you like. I like bigger guys. I've always liked bigger guys. You know what I'm saying? I find bigger men to be way more attractive. And that's just that. I don't have nothing else really to say about this, but I don't necessarily care about it. I think okay, can I dig deeper just for a few more seconds? I think that there is these complexities of like physical attraction and how the social norms can influence our preferences. Like, I think when people see someone bigger, they think of disgusting. Like, oh my God, he's a disgusting guy. And so when they see someone bigger and bigger statured, they always think of unkept, don't clean themselves, don't, lazy. They think of those things. They really do. And I think that's why sometimes it's hard for bigger men to be in relations, because I think people think that, and not just like normal sized folks, but even bigger men think that about other bigger men. And it's like, well, if I can change the narrative about how bigger men look, maybe I'll get me a skinnier guy who's gonna love my fat ass. That's how a lot of, and I'm sorry to say I'm sorry to say it like that, but that's really how some big people do think. Like, oh, maybe if I do XYZ, I'll get what I want. And it's actually kind of sad that it's like that, but I'm telling you right now, it's like that. But yeah, I think about the complexities of how that happens all the time, where society tells us that these people are not attractive and that we shouldn't deal with them. And so anytime you find somebody, or like me, I kind of exaggerate when I see somebody. I'll be like, oh, like, look at that fucking prime meat. Like, look at that big old boy. That's a big boy. Like, oh my God, look at daddy. Like, I'm always like, I praise the fuck out of like when I see a big sexy ass dude, I'd be like, damn, like, girl, you, like, I saw this girl with her dude one time, this big beefy dude. I said, bitch, you lucky. Girl, you hit the jackpot. Like, girl, I ain't even mad at you. I'm a little jealous of you, but I ain't even mad at you, girl. Like, your man is fine. Like, you better take care of it and appreciate it, girl, because shit, I'll take it and appreciate it, take care of it for you, like, for real. But anyways, at the end of the day, I just don't really give a fuck about how people care about my preferences. Speaking of preference, that's the next question as well. Do you get tired of people talking about who you date racial wise? Yes, I get tired of it, girl. Yes. Girl, I get tired of it. I get so tired of it. It's one of the, I was just on Facebook the other day, and y'all know my gay mother, she's been on here before. She had posted a post about, having an interaction with someone who said something about BBC, right? And that's a no-fly zone around here for me. Like, I really hate when people come at me with the whole, do you got BBC or I want some BBC type shit. I get so tired of hearing that, right? I get tired of hearing it. And so he had posted about it, and I was like, me girl too. I get tired of hearing that too. And there's this dude he's a friend, but he's kind of just annoying because he does it all the time. And he said, oh, what? Like, ain't that who you date only? And it kind of frustrated me because it was just like, I get so tired of hearing that shit. Like, why does it matter? Like, why should I have to be able to subject myself to shit like that just because I fuck with white dudes the long way? And when I say the long way, that means, I guess, more, because I live in Portland, Oregon. Like, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, there's not a lot of black men out here that I find attractive that I want to be with. I'm gonna keep it real. And so I know the girls like to tussle, so go ahead and put your motherfucking gloves on right now. Go ahead and put your motherfucking gloves on, girl. We can tussle, bitch. There's not a lot of attractive black men here in Portland like that. Like, as far as me wanting to be with, like, there's an attractive black men. Like, there's not ugly black men, but for what I want to be with, what I want to date, what I want to have sex with, there's not a lot of that here. Like, the same thing with, there's a lot of white men that I just breed just to breed. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I might have to edit that part out. But I shouldn't have said that. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't just be out here fucking every white dude either, though. Like, I know that's how y'all be thinking. Like, oh, he just be out here fucking these white dudes. Just be like, nah, bro. I just don't be out here fucking the ugliest white dudes, fucking the ugliest white dudes. Like, nah. But I mean, why does it matter so much to you that I have this like I have my body count tends to be a lot of white guys? Like, why does it matter so much to you? It's so weird. Like, I feel like it's a level of projection, and they know that it gets to me, so they continue to always say it. And I think that there's a lot of challenges like dating interracially in the world. Like, people look at, oh, you're dating a white man. How can you date a white man? You're black. And there's all these black men out here in the world, and you want to date someone who is white, someone who can't understand you from a racial perspective or doesn't understand racial traditions and just certain things that they can't understand as a black man. How can you date somebody who happens to be white? And I always refute that as that my race is not my personality. You know what I'm saying? There's tons of white people who understand black culture. My race is not my personality. My culture is not my personality. You know what I'm saying? I've always been that guy to love who you love and be who you want to be with. But like, I think that some people have not got over that hump. And some of these people are like in their 40s, 50s that still think like that. And it's not just black people that think like this. It's white people that think like this too. Like, how can you date somebody black? Like, dealing with all that shit that they go through as a black person. You want to date somebody black? Like, I've had a white man tell me that he used to be scared to date black men because, we're not even like dating anymore. We're just friends. But he told me he used to be scared to date black men because of all the challenges that black people have to face, and he didn't want to have to deal with that. So I was like, damn, bitch, but at least you real. You know what I'm saying? But it was just crazy to hear that from somebody, you know? But at the end of the day, love is love. I still believe in that. I think that we have gotten away from the whole idea of that love is love, and that you can't help who you fall in love with and who you want to be with. So as far as me necessarily caring, yes, it still bothers me, but like, I try to like get it out my mind, because at the end of the day, I just don't be having the time to deal with that shit. Like, I really don't. All right, y'all. Last question of the night, or day, because y'all don't know what day or night it is for me. The state of podcasting, how do you feel about it? I feel like the state of podcasting is trash. I personally do feel like it is. I feel that podcasting has become so saturated over the years, and it's hard to grow as a podcaster. It really is, especially when like equipment costs so much money. And I remember back in the day, like before I started podcasting and wanted to start because I used to want to podcast. Like, if a lot of y'all don't know that, my friend told me about podcasting back in 2010, 2011. And he was like, dude, you should build a podcast because you're funny as fuck. Like, you tell good stories. You're funny as hell. And I just believe that you should do a podcast. Like, I really do believe that you should, bro. And this was back in 2010, 2011, around this time, about podcasting. And so, when I used to look at the equipment back then, it didn't cost so much back then. But now, because podcasting has become such a market, it's like everybody has a podcast now. Like, even the celebrities, like, they ventured from doing radio to podcasts. Like, and you know, that gives them that generational, or not generational, but that gives them that access because they have the money. So they buy all the big equipment. They have all the time to spend money on studios. They have all the networking relationships when it comes to, you know, pairing up with podcasters or getting celebrities to come on their show, and now they got the views and the listens, and so they stream in, they get money, so they can invest the way they want to invest. For me as a podcaster, you know what I'm saying, a lot of this shit is a hobby. As a podcaster that's still kind of getting my wave out there, like, I have to really work twice as hard as a person who's a celebrity that's putting stuff out. And I know that sounds jaded and like some type of jealousy, but like, at the end of the day, like, bro, podcasting used to be like a sacred thing, and now it's just become such a big business that it's just not fun anymore sometimes. It's just not fun anymore sometimes. And then I feel like that's just what it is. Like, but I mean, there's some positive positives that I can say that I see in the podcasting landscape is that I feel that there's a lot of different podcasts that I love to listen to now. Like, I was just listening to a podcast, a financial podcast, because I'm trying to get my finances in straight for the rest of this year. So, like, having so many different types of podcasts now, I will say that's the thing that I love about podcasting, is that there's so many different types. You don't have to just listen to podcasts that's commentating on, like, you know, celebrities and social media life, but like actually giving you good advice, self-help podcasts. Like, there's a lot of podcasts out there that's doing the right things, and they're not getting the love that they should, but they're doing the right things. But a lot of the trending podcasts that I hate and I see the most is that I feel like there's so many podcasters putting themselves out there by saying stupid ass shit, like saying fucking shock value, negative things that, you know, is making people, you know, share and retweet their bullshit. And now you have this viral episode going on because the first thing they said was that, I believe XYZ, I believe this, and this is stupid, and this and this and that. And then it goes into an echo chamber, and all the people who are hearing it, you know, are retweeting it and believing it. And it could be the most horrible thing ever and the most gaslighting thing ever for someone to post. And now you have a viral tweet with 1 million views on it and 1 million likes and maybe 100 or 500,000 shares or whatever. And you have this viral clip going out there that's just full of trash. It's such a trend now, and I see a lot of people hopping on the trend. Like, a lot of people are just plugging in podcast mics and just saying bullshit. Haven't even brushed their teeth, haven't even washed their face. They just plug the fucking mic in and start spitting bullshit on the mic. For real. Like, you know how some people wake and bake, they wake up and they roll a blunt, or it's already rolled, and they just start spark it up before they even brush their teeth or even clean their ass. That's how it is with a lot of podcasters now. They just plug in. They don't even have no format. They just get on there and start talking shit. And I think that's so stupid. And I know some of y'all, oh, that's how you be authentic. No, that's how you be fucking stupid. Okay? Like, I'm telling you, it's so many podcasters out there that are just doing dumb shit. Like, I'm so over it. I'm so over the podcasters that just want to go viral for fucking shock value. It's so annoying at this point. And it's not fun anymore. Like, and y'all give podcasting a bad name because y'all get on here and y'all just do so much like shock value bullshit. And it's just so annoying. And I wish we can get to a point where we can just like stop giving these people platforms for that. But I feel that there's so many people that give it. There's so many, like YouTube is now cracking down on a lot of podcasters, and I really do appreciate them, because I'm so happy that fucking little bros, whatever their name was, those bros or whatever, those dudes, they was getting on my motherfucking nerves. Bro. I actually met one of them coming to the airport, and I was just like, oh my God, I want to slap you in the fucking mouth. He had the shirt on and everything, and I was just like, I want to slap you in the fucking mouth. Like, you just look stupid. For real. Like, you talking all this shit about women. You just look so fucking dumb. You look so dumb, bro. But anyways, yeah, the state of podcasting can be sad. And I think that the changes that we really need to make is stop giving platforms to people who are putting out bullshit. It's something that we need to stop doing. I think we really need to stop doing just giving people platforms to just, you know, spew hate rhetoric and bullshit. You know, maybe make these mics expensive. Make them more expensive where people can't, you know, purchase them. But I think where there's a will, there's a way, and most people will be able to purchase a podcast mic and plug it in. And all these devices that we got now, podcasting is becoming more easier to do. You know, we have all these mini mics and different types of camera equipment. So at the end of the day, we gotta watch what we consume too. I think people don't realize how sometimes, like when I get on TikTok and I look at how viral some of these tweets are, is because it's the way we look at stuff. If you search something or you look at a video over and over and over, you're going to get videos just like that. It happens in the algorithm. Like, the algorithm be up here fucking us up. And I think that's probably why we get what we get so much. So, that was the last question, y'all. And I'm excited. I feel like there's some things I didn't mention at the beginning of the show, so I'm gonna go ahead and just review over what I said I was gonna be doing. So season 5 is coming up soon. I'm going to be going on a season break very soon. I think I got 4 more episodes, well, included this one, so 3 more episodes in me, and then I'm gonna take my season break, revamp the show. I'm gonna have some new voices coming on. I'm gonna be doing more interviewing. I'm gonna be doing having more thought-provoking conversations. I need to stop saying that because I already have thought-provoking conversations. I just want to amplify that, up in my show. Still gonna banter on topics of all varieties with the educated opinion, of course. Go follow me on TikTok, Bubba's Banter Podcast, and also on Instagram, Bubba's Banter Podcast. Please go like and follow my Facebook page, which is Bubba's Banter. You can follow me on my personal, which is The Real Doc Dre. I really do appreciate that. I post a lot of funny content on that motherfucker too. But yeah. Also, guys, I think I didn't tell you at the beginning of the show, and I'm going to tell you now. I am going to be starting a blog again. I've been working on a WordPress ever since I had dropped my podcast. When I used to be on Anchor, they had it where we can link our profile to WordPress. And I've been working on a WordPress for a long time, but I'm going to go back into working on a WordPress. I want to start having more conversations with you guys and responding to articles. I used to love that back in the day. I used to have a WordPress back in the day, and I used to have a Tumblr too. And a lot of that consisted of me responding to articles, and things like that. So I think it would be fun to respond to articles and then also podcast with you guys and put my podcast stuff up there so you guys can have somewhere to go and listen to my podcast straight from a website if you don't want to listen to it from your phone. That would be great to do that. So yeah, I'm excited for that. And shit, what else is there for me to tell you? Go get those bearskin underwear, use my promo code, which is Bubba, and you'll get 15% off your checkout order. Other than that, I have nothing new, but besides, I just want to say thank you again, guys, for liking, sharing, subscribing to my show. I really do appreciate you guys. Without you guys, there would be no Bubba's Banter. So I just want to say thank you, guys. This is your show just as much as this is my show. And so when you guys send me questions and give me thought processes, I try to integrate them into the show because I feel like I'm doing this with you guys. It's not just me. It's everybody in collective, and you guys inspire me to continue to keep doing it. So again, thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I'll see y'all when this episode comes out, y'all.